nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Mike. Yellow. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Switch.
Hey, 15. Tight go.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams.
You ain't doing nothing today.
He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hey, if you kill it, motion me out.
Mike's 54.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Man, I got you. Kill.
On the toss, here's Williams. And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
54. We own it.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
54.
Here we go. 4th down, Mahomes. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 52 yards. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Here's Prescott. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Rush coming, And he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Good. Check 26. Go to 54. Go to 54. Line in.
Prescott. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now they'll toss it out right to Williams. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Throwing now is Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Yellow. 180. Mike 54. So we got man.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a handoff running left. This is Williams. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Yellow. Pick it up. Out. 15.
First carry for Carlos Hyde. Yeah, he is marked down right about on top of that imaginary yellow line, but they say he's a bit short. Call it a 4-yard pickup, but it leaves him a few inches short here on 4th down. They come out here in the eye. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Slam.
They run. It's Williams. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Butker now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
You're not ready. Under. Mike 50. Mike 50. Hey, tighten down.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Flying in to blow that play up, Alex Okafor.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Then we're going to 53.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
He's not going to get me.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jalen Smith. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one.
Switch.
15.
Check your hot read.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be 4th down now.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And Butker able to put this one through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Check three, check three, check three.
Here we go, go to 54, go to 54, line in. Go. 50.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, huh?
Prescott now. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. The sack comes from Anthony Hitchens.
And it's 3rd down. 3rd and 15.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Third and long for Prescott. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
Here we go, line in. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. All right, here we go. Alert flare, alert flare, flare. Here we go, 47. 26.
They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. A first down carry by Elliott. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Prescott. Steps away to his left. This is caught inside the 15. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7.
He's coming. Double up, double up.
Hey, kill. Check hot route. They were going to 53.
The give is to Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 7 yards on the touchdown run. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. And now here comes Kansas City. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try to add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. 15. 54. I got him. Mike.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. This is caught at the 20. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
I got it. Check it back.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Throw right side, complete to Williams. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Is that not the very definition of a tough yard gained?
Now, is that one where as the receiver you go to your quarterback and say, why'd you even throw that?
Yeah, I think you do, and I think you wonder what type of a route are you going to send me on that only 1 yard's going to be the result? If I'm going to go in there and take contact, let's go and get something out of it, not just 1 yard.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction.
It's 4th down.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl. We got it, we got it, we got it. Mike, 54.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And this is caught at the 8. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2. And before they can get the play off, here's a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball. That's their first of this 2nd half. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try.
All right, D, let's all right, D. Show him it. Attack.
They'll look to run for him with Williams. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Looking to throw. Prescott. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 44. Intended that time for Cooper. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
It's a party now. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain.
Break yellow. Pick me up. Here we go. You got 43. You got tight right there.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Off the edge, it's Tyrone Crawford with a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Mike front forward. Stop your whining.
On 1st down, it's Williams. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Attack! Check 37. Check 37.
Again, it's Williams. They find some open field here. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Damian Williams with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. Point after, up and good. And that will bump the lead up to 26.
Chiefs 33, Cowboys 7. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Check 4. Go to 54. Go to 54. Here we go. 26.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
47. 44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. We're going to 54. Wide in. Rush in. Rush in.
Prescott to throw it. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. There he goes, Amari Cooper. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, 48 yards. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. Marr now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 19-point game. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Right there. 54. Right there.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, that just looked like a lot of confusion to me at the line of scrimmage. I don't think the offense had any idea of who was coming on the blitz and who was dropping off.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Come on.
The give to Williams, running right. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
He's checking. Crash.
Check 52.
Protein spill.
Yellow.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. Here's Dustin Colquitt now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. This is Cobb with a catch right side. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Here we go. 44. Here we go. Kill. That's it. 44's Mike. Check.
To throw is Prescott. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
44 is the mic. Hey, kill. 47, 46.
Throwing, Prescott. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here as he's taken down. From the corner, it was Kendall Fuller with a sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
46. 44. Mike, 44. Hey. 44 is the mic. Gun. Check. Get away with it.
Now Prescott on 4th down. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Frank Clark, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Williams had a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Hey, you don't want to see me. Easy. 36.
Here's a carry for the fullback. That's Anthony Sherman. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 4.
The Chiefs on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Mahomes now to throw. Escapes the sack. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Mahomes throwing on 4th. He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Mike Spoke. Let's go. 47. Let's go. Bravo. 44 is the mic. 26.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Nice job by Juan Thornhill there to get a hand in and break up the play. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Under. Here comes to me, it's me. 44. Mike, go to 54.
A second down throw for Prescott. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Frank Clark able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Go, get out there. Wicker. 44 is the mic.
Prescott. And that will be incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
44 is the mic. 44 is Mike. Go. Hey, what's that? Hey, what's the ball? Fofo's the mic. Mike's Fofo. Oh, yeah. And here we go.
Prescott to throw on 4th. Forced out to his left. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.